with another movie review. It's been a while, but since I'm reviewing technically the sequel to my favorite movie of all time, which is the 1979 horror film Halloween. Alright? The first time I ever saw the 1978 classic horror movie, I was 7 years old. I was sitting in my dad's house, and it was on ABC, the cutout version. So he let me see it without all the swearing and all that other hoopla. Alright? So I'm just sitting there and watching it. The fucking movie scared the shit out of me. It was dark as hell, and it's one that I can watch over and over and over again. So obviously, I'm going to have high expectations, like over-the-top expectations going into this movie. Alright? So, not only did I go see this movie, well, obviously a mile away from my house, but I saw it with everybody in my family that grew up and saw the movie at the same age that I did. Like, basically, I was 7 and we have the same, like, family where we watch horror movies when we're younger, whatever. But we all saw the movie and we were brought up with this movie. So we all had high expectations. I'm watching this movie, and the beginning, right off the bat, you know, the guy visits Michael Myers at the psychiatric ward. All right, obviously he brings out the mask. That's not a spoiler because it was in the trailer. He brings out the mask. He asks Michael to speak, which Michael doesn't fucking speak. He asks Michael to speak, and then all of a sudden the credits start playing, and you hear the music, the new up-to-date version of the music. And then the film gets going. All right, so basically, the whole movie consists of Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, trying to convince her daughter and her daughter's daughter that Michael Myers is unsafe and that she's been protecting her the whole time. So if a circumstance like this ever happened, she would be ready. All right, so Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter got taken away from her when she was about 12 years old. All right, and then 40 years later, it finally happened, and everyone realizes that she's not a complete nut job. So, obviously, he escapes off the bus. He goes back to town, and the first thing he does right off the bat, I'll tell you because it's on the trailer, the first thing he does right off the bat is he goes and gets a fucking hammer, kills an old lady, and steals her knife. That's what he does. All right? All right, sorry about that, guys. My phone cut out. My phone is garbage. I need to go get another one. Anyway, I was talking about him going to get the hammer and killing the lady in a pretty gruesome fashion. Now, I was okay with this, but at the same time, it just felt like the movie was going really fast-paced, and it just seemed like the director of this movie was just trying way too hard, and that he was, I guess maybe he did too many takes of this scene, and he just wanted to, like, get through it already. Like, I don't know what went on, but yeah, it just, like, I don't know. So basically, he goes, and Michael Myers, obviously, he goes and kills anyone that's basically in his way. Well, this was the complete opposite. He went completely out of his way to go kill everyone and anybody. And honestly, that's not really how Halloween works. If you're trying to make this movie off of the first ever film, that's not really how it works, because Michael Myers killed Laurie Strode's friends because he saw them and they were in his way. So basically, yeah, right off the bat, no bueno. I'm gonna cut to the chase, guys. All right, Halloween to me, growing up, was a very dark film. All right, it was about a guy stalking a babysitter on Halloween night and killing all of her friends in a very dark way. This movie was more of a horror comedy. And unfortunately, I have to say this because Jamie Lee Curtis was one of my idols growing up. Like, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis was one of the best actresses I ever saw when I was growing up because of that movie. And after I saw this today, I have no idea why she took the role. I really don't. It just seemed like they didn't give a shit. It seemed like they just wanted to make a quick buck. And Halloween wasn't about comedy, and there were a lot of slapstick jokes in this movie. Like, I just, like, I saw a review earlier that the guy said it was okay. I wouldn't even give it that. This is how disappointed I was in this movie. All right, and I'm not going to give any spoilers because I'm going to let you guys judge for yourself. This is how disappointed I was. I turned to my cousin who saw the movie about the same time that I did growing up, the original one, and he turns to me before I even say anything, and he's like, I fucking hated this movie. And I couldn't agree more with him. Judge for yourself. I thought it was goofy. I thought it was corny. I thought the music was absolutely awful. The first one, you had this music that was new and original, and they just tried to speed it up and made it more high-pitched. I just thought it was... And at the end of the movie, I'm going to spoil it for you. At the end of the movie, you could hear him breathing, so obviously there's going to be another one. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't care if they never made another one. I was so disappointed by this movie. And honestly, guys, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. I did not like this movie at all. I didn't. And it's getting a lot of love. And people have a right to their opinion, but I have a high standard when it's going next to my most favorite movie of all time. This didn't cut it. I liked Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, a lot better than this one. So, Danny McBride, I know you tried, buddy. A lot of other people tried. Rob Zombie tried. It wasn't good. Alright. That's all I gotta say. Peace, guys. I'm out. Bye.